Hello and welcome to Benocam. Today we are back down at the popular tourist spot Kynance Cove, which is a great location for a shore dive. Now, getting the kit down to the bottom is a bit of a mission, but to anyone willing to put the effort in, they are in for a stunning dive in the right conditions. After days of settled weather, the water here goes crystal clear, and because of the access, this site is rarely dived. The main outlying rocks here are known as Asparagus Island and Gull Rock, and there's a couple of swim-throughs here, one of which is known as the Devil's Bellows, due to a blowhole halfway along in the tunnel roof. Now, we always prefer to enter this from the seaward side, as the entrance here is easy to find and starts off as a big cave before narrowing down to a tunnel which runs right through the entire island. Now, we would recommend only ever attempting this swim on the calmest of days. In any kind of swell from the west, this tunnel becomes very dangerous, and you may find yourself getting smashed into the ceiling and sides pretty severely. And if you carried on, you may even find the surge trying to push you up and into the blowhole above, which is only a small gap of a foot or so, and that really wouldn't end very well. Another thing we tend to do is dive it just after low water, so that the tide is slightly against you on the way in. This is so that at any point you change your mind, you can back out a lot faster than you went in, with the tide helping you on the way back out. The other reason for that way around is there is occasionally fishing gear trapped within the swim through, and that wouldn't be nice at all if the tide was pushing you in towards it. The tunnel goes quite a long way and then slightly dips down and narrows. Eventually you start to see daylight at the other end, although initially it looks too narrow to get through, which is all to do with the angle that you're approaching it from. Now that we are through, we can pop up and see what we are between the island and the surrounding rocks. The way back through is much faster and easier, being pushed behind by the tide. Along the way, we take a look at the blowhole above, which is a narrow crack reaching right up through the rock. In rough weather, water is forced up through here and blasted out of the top. Once you are out of the tunnel, there is the remains of an old Dutch shipwreck nearby on the surrounding ledges to look for. This wreck was mostly salvaged, but there are a couple of old iron cannon here to look at amongst the kelp-covered gullies. Now for the long walk back up. And if you are going to come here and repeat this, which will probably be quite silly too because it's a long way, don't forget to get to the car park nice and early because it gets really busy. So make sure you get here before 9 o'clock. And a low tide is always better. There's a lot more beach here at low tide. We'll see you on the next one.